Hello, in today's news we will tell you about the following events. In Moscow was given start to relay of the Olympic flame. In time which has remained to the Sochi Games, the torch will visit Elbrus, will plunge on the bottom of the Baikal and will overcome in total about 65,000 kilometers. Barack Obama participated in the next press conference on which the problem of Syria was discussed. It was named the honor of a Nobel Prize on Literature 2013. The Olympic flame arrived to Moscow. It received the status of the significant. In a festive situation, there took place a meeting of the Olympic flame and was given start to an official stage of the relay of the Olympic flame. Our special correspondent will tell you about it in details from the stage of the events.
The largest national relay of the Olympic torch started on the 7th of October in Moscow. The flame will travel 123 days and 65,000 kilometers through 2,900 cities and villages. The relay will conclude on the 7th of February 2014 at the opening ceremony of the Olympic Games in Russia's southern resort city of Sochi. Mayor Sergei Sobyanin has transferred the Olympic torch, the first participant of the relay, five-time Olympic champion in synchronized swimming Anastasia Davidova. Now we are going to interview her. Hello, Anastasia.
Hello.
What can you say about your feelings before the relay?
For me, it was very exciting. I'm so overwhelmed with positive emotions. I wanted to carry torch in a dignified way, and over the whole distance, I was holding it with my arms outstretched.
And what can you say about the weather? Did it prevent you or not?
I've got the sun in my soul, and the weather doesn't bother me. If the hail go, I think my mood won't go bad.
And what do you expect from the upcoming Olympics?
I hope that the next 123 days will be more exciting. We'll be on the road, we'll cover all routes, all the way from Sochi to Moscow.
And could you speak about the interesting and unusual places where the Olympic torch is going to be taken?
Russia likes to surprise everyone. It's going to climb to the top of Mount Elbrus. Also, I don't know how they will do it. The flame will be taken on the bottom of Lake Baikal. I won't open all the secrets, but I want that you'll see all the unique places.
Thank you, Anastasia.
Thank you.
That was the news from Moscow with Emily Thorne, BBC Channel.
The war in Syria disturbs the world community more and more. Many guess what action the USA will undertake. Barack Obama became a participant in the next press conference devoted to events in Syria. This time he tried to answer a question what the USA is necessary to do with this situation. Our special correspondent, who has taken part in this press conference, tried to find out intentions of the world leader.
BBC News. Mr. President, may I ask you about Syria practical question? Do you plan to stop it immediately? On the practical level, you've said today that the use of chemical weapons would be crossing. What specifically you intend to do?
I'll answer the question in reverse order, if you don't mind. I'll talk about the chemical weapons first and then the larger question. With respect to chemical weapons, we intend to investigate thoroughly exactly what happened. Obviously, in Syria right now, you've got a war zone. You have information that's filtered out, but we have to make sure that we know exactly what happened, what was the nature of the incident, what can we document, what can we prove.
What do you think about the using of chemical weapons? Did they really use it?
I am deeply skeptical of any claim that, in fact, it was the opposition that used chemical weapons.
What will be your next steps? What will be your response?
The response has been, or my response would be that to the extent possible, I want to make sure that we're working as an international community to deal with this problem, because I think it's a world problem, not simply a United States problem, or an Israel problem, or a Turkish problem. It's a world problem when tens of thousands of people are being slaughtered, including innocent women and children. And so we will continue to work in an international framework to try to bring about the kind of change that's necessary in Syria.
Thank you, Mr. President, for your answers.
The name of the owner of the Nobel Prize in the field of literature for 2013 became known. The award was gotten by the Canadian writer Alice Munro, who is 82 years old, and now she is in our studio. Hello, Miss Munro. How do you feel yourself as an owner of the Nobel Prize?
Hello, I was quite wonderful and terribly surprised. I knew that I was in the running, yes, but I never thought I would win. I'm amazed and very grateful. I am practically glad that winning this award will please so many Canadians. I am happy that this will bring more attention to Canadian writing.
Your creativity often compared with the creativity of the Russian classic Chekhov. How do you think of it?
It's honor for me because Chekhov is a great writer. The Nobel community said that we both have a similarity in our finely toned storytelling, which is characterized by clarity and psychological realism.
What genre of short stories is close to you?
For years and years, I thought that stories were just practice, till I got time to write a novel. Then I found that they were all I could do, and so I faced that. I suppose that my trying to get so much into stories has been compensation.
What of your stories do you like more than others?
My recent short story collection, which is titled Dear Life. It includes several narratives in which women in some way shake off the weight of their upbringing and do something unconventional. In my stories are often a stigma attached to any girl who attracts attention to herself. It was brought up to believe that the worst thing you could do was call attention to yourself or think you were smart.
What advice could you give the modern young writers?
Nothing is impossible. Go for a dream and never stop.
Thanks a lot, Mrs. Munro, that you found time to visit our studio and to give us interview. We wish you further success.
Thank you.
They were all news for today. Watch our channel and remain in the course of the latest events.